Good morning. It might not be morning when you're watching this video, but it is morning. It is Tuesday morning at 8:11 a.m. And I just got my daughter off to school and I am ready to start my day. So today I have a few things planned. I have a call set up with this booking site. So this booking site is like, I was not expecting it to be this intense. The training, so it takes about 3 to 5 weeks to get everything set up. They have people calling you that specialize in different things, so like the website, the finance, all these different things, and I'm just like, oh my god, I was not expecting it. I'm actually happy though, because a lot of times you just have to kind of figure things out. So it did cost me to be a part of this, but I'm so thankful, and hopefully it helps me to bring in more clients. So the app is called Mind Body, but they're also a part of ClassPass. If you're not familiar with ClassPass, I used to use ClassPass to take different workout classes. It's really cool. You just sign up, it's based on a point system. So for example, you pay a certain amount a month and then you get a certain amount of points, and then you're able to book different classes and depending on the class, it costs like a certain amount of points. So I've always used it from a consumer point of view. I didn't know that they were connected in any kind of way. I just, somehow the Lord led me to this. And so anyways, it's been a process. I'm only on like week 2, the start of week 2. And I've been on so some of the people that help, they're in like other countries, other parts of the world. There's one of the main lady actually that's been assisting me. She lives in Colombia, and so I had to wake up at 6:30 a.m. because on her time it was like 11:30 or 11 a.m. and so, or maybe it was 10, I don't remember. I don't know, but the moral of the story is this has been taking up a lot of my time, and I am hoping that it is all worth it, which I feel like it should be. But anyways, so aside from that call that I have set up, I just got some scrubs yesterday. I think they are so cute. So they are from the company Healing Hands. I actually have like some long sleeve shirts from this company. I really wanted figs, and you know what, I was like, let me go and just check out this scrub store to see if they have anything. And it's not on or anything, but or it looks better on, I should say. So cute. And these are the bottoms. Okay, you can't really tell what it looks like obviously right now, but anyways, I just got these yesterday, and they also do embroidery. And so I didn't find out until I was checking out, like that, how much it costs, how long it takes. And so I'm thinking that today I'm going to go, and I'm getting a ton of messages right now. But anyways, I think I'm gonna go and get the embroidery today, because I really want to be as professional as possible. Even though, I'm just a very small business with very little clientele at the moment, I want to be prepared for God to actually bless my business, send me many clients, and I want to give them a professional experience. So long story short, I'm going to go and do the embroidery today and some other things, but I do have to jump on this call pretty soon, and so I will see you guys later. I decided to go on a walk, which is normally not a good idea at this time. It's after 9 because it's so hot. But the Scrubs place doesn't open until 10 a.m. So I'm gonna do like 30-45 minutes. Normally I do an hour, but I don't see myself I mean, you never know though. I really love coming out here, going for walks when it's not so hot, obviously, but I really just like coming here and spending time with the Lord. You know, I don't know if it's an introvert thing or maybe it's just me, I don't know, but I don't have a lot of people to talk to, which is perfect because you should be going to Jesus for most of things, everything. Sometimes he sends people into your life, you know, to minister to you or whatever the case may be. But anytime I have a lot on my mind, I'm like, I need to go for a walk. But because it's Las Vegas and it's so hot, it's not always possible. So I try to, you know, depending on my schedule, I try to come early in the morning, a few times a week at least. And it's actually not so bad right now. This little park or trail has a lot of trees, so it brings a lot of shade. But anyways, I was listening to something yesterday. It was about, like, I forgot what the title was, but basically they were talking about church hurt and, you know, how they were afraid to develop friendships like within the church or like some form of ministry. And I was like, you know, like I've totally experienced my share of church hurt. But I think that's why it's so important to allow God to lead you to your church versus you just like planting yourself at a church because, you know, someone recommended it to you or it's close to your house. You know, it's definitely been beneficial for me to allow God to correct me, even in times where I felt like, you know, do I belong in this church? You know, I'm not making any friends or anything like that. And, you know, like sometimes you have to take your feelings out of it. And it really is not about making friends and all that. It's about what God has planned for you. And, you know, God sent me to my church for a reason that's bigger than me. So, you know, depending on like what he wanted to develop in me or even my child. So, I don't know, I just thought that was an interesting conversation that was had. I don't even remember who it was. If I find it again, I'll like link the video. But it was interesting. It was super cute. They were super just raw and honest with, you know, their experience. And I know a lot of people experience church hurt, and then they, you know, like they take that and they find a reason to not believe in God anymore or believe in community anymore. And I know I'm not the only one that has had my share of feelings towards being in church, you know, especially coming from the industry that I came from, which was super toxic and, you know, like definitely hard to make friends, genuine friends, because everyone is like out for the same thing, and it's like it's a competition world. It's demonic and some more things. So it took a long time for me to even want to have community. But yeah, I'm out of breath here. So to be continued. That was only about 45 minutes or less, and I feel so sweaty. I took a shower this morning and down the drain, but I need to go get these scrubs embroidered so the sweat will dry up and I'll take a shower later. Okay, I promise I'm not like a filthy girl. I literally just took a shower like 3 hours ago. So we are off to do some embroidery. Hopefully it's like a situation where I don't have to leave and come back. I mean, it's only like 15-20 minutes away, but anyways, the lady that helped me yesterday, she was like so nice, but there was just something I couldn't put my finger on that it was like it wasn't genuine. And I really hate those situations because I love having discernment, but I also don't, because it like makes you just not accept the person being nice. Like you're like, you know, looking at them side-eyed like So anyways, she might be there, she might not, but that was so random. I just want to throw that out. But anyways, okay, on our way to get embroidery. Okay, I guess it's gonna take 2 to 3 days, which that's not what she told me yesterday, but it's totally fine. Oh, crooked here. It's totally fine. I thought maybe yesterday I was just like being dramatic or something, or delusional, but the lady has very strange energy. But she's just a worker. She doesn't own the place, so I'm still gonna go through and do what I need to do, but can't put my finger on it. Anyways, okay, back home I go because I'm starving and I need to create some business cards like ASAP. Okay, I'm about to be a very happy girl right now. I am eating leftovers. I had made some meatball subs last night and I ran out of the subs and I didn't have any noodles, so I'm just gonna eat this bread and spaghetti sauce, meatballs. And I don't know where that's at on the health scale, but I don't really care right now. I'm like so hungry. So I had a workout planned at around 7 o'clock at this mall that's near my house. They do like outside workouts, but they're doing yoga and I don't play around with yoga. I don't know what other people think about yoga. I think it's very demonic, just the poses, and I know people say it's just stretching, whatever, but no, my mom actually, when she used to do yoga, she used to get sleep paralysis, and so she doesn't mess around with that either. And I just maybe I'm over the top, maybe I'm not. I'd rather be safe than sorry. I don't play around with yoga, so I'm not gonna be going to that one today. I'll probably just do something like either at home or my gym. I'm canceling my gym membership because I just made a at-home gym to save money. But, you know, I still have like a couple weeks before I can't use it anymore. So I'll decide later. I'm gonna eat, and I don't know what else I'm gonna do after this, but eating is #1 priority. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I took a nap. And actually, I laid around longer than I actually took a nap. But today's just one of those days. Oh, started to break out. And look at me, esthetician, touching it like I should not be. But yeah, it's just been one of those days. I'm just like struggling to find motivation, and you know, the only people that text me or call me or whatever is my mom. Sometimes I get like notifications from LinkedIn, you know. That's pretty much my life. So sorry, I didn't mean to eat on camera, but and this would be the chewiest beef jerky in the world. Yeah, so I'm gonna go pick up my daughter from school. I mean, the bus stop. And then, you know, spend a little bit of time with her before she goes dance. And then probably crawl back into my slumber. I don't know what's with me, guys, but this is not the life that the Lord promised. And I know that it's just the enemy like playing some kind of game with me, but I really need to snap out of it. Anyways, I didn't record because I wasn't doing anything productive at all. I attempted to make some business cards, but I totally just gave up halfway through, because I was just like, oh, I need to come back with a fresh mind, or maybe I'm just lazy. I don't know. But yeah, so good day. All I can say is thank God for Sprouts. 1-pan meals saving my life. Thank God for Sprouts. I was not expecting this day to take this turn. I just don't have energy to do like things, and it's so bad. But I didn't feel like cooking, so I honestly did not even anticipate that 1-pan meal would come in handy. I literally got it because I just naturally look for easy ways to make my life easy. And so today, not wanting to cook, it definitely came through. And she's growing. Anyways, I'm referring to my nice, luscious Comodone situation. Anyways, I'm gonna eat my food and then take a shower and then take my daughter to dance. I don't think I'm gonna make that workout. Probably not. But listen, I have other things that I could be doing, so I'm not going to lounge around, but I am going to just take it easy, you know? There's nothing wrong with that. People just like come up with these crazy scenarios that, you know, like you're supposed to go, 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 go. You're supposed to be this crazy hustler. And it's like, what? No. God did not call us to do that. Like, he did not call us to be lazy. Obviously, we have to work. But sometimes, you know, the day is hard. And so sit down somewhere, you know, reflect. You don't have to go, 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 go. And my schedule has been a lot more busy than what I've been used to the past year, ever since I left my job teaching. And teaching actually really just blew my mind in like so many ways I didn't even know could happen. I literally had like pregnancy brain without the pregnancy. I was literally going insane until the Lord allowed me a season to just rest and just be unemployed, collect unemployment, and you know, I did have to budget a lot more, but it was good to not have to stress about work. And right now it's like, you know, I'm working for myself, so it means something different, but it doesn't mean that I need to work myself up into this like crazy boss babe situation. Like, no, I'm still letting the Lord take the wheel. I'm just, you know, following his lead. But anyways, I'm gonna eat my food. I should see you guys later. This is gonna sound toxic, but I feel like I deserve like a treat or something, like something. Actually, that's probably where I got this huge pimple from, is thinking that I deserve a treat for every inconvenience. It was just a thought. But I feel a little better. Taking a shower just does something. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this hair. Probably put it back in the same exact style. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I'm going to bed soon. A couple of hours. This was my going to bed shower, but I do have to do a couple of things before I actually can go to bed. But I'm just starting the process really early. Can I just tell you guys how I just struggled to park to get to this ice cream? It's very, very embarrassing. But we're here, we made it. And I had to pass up my gym just to get here. Lovely. Okay. Life. I just dropped some stuff, but life just got better right now. There is a God. There is definitely a God. Okay. It's not some kind of like mukbang or anything like that. But just hear me out. I'm ending this video after this. But I did go for a walk today. That counts. I should be at the gym instead of eating this, but I bargained with myself. So if I get this ice cream, I was gonna finish some chores at home while I eat this ice cream. Probably also edit this video. And tomorrow I'm planning my day around working out instead of planning working out around my day. So it's all good. It's gonna balance out. Some days are just like that, you know, like I'm not some kind of fitness guru or anything like that. I care about the vessel that the Lord has granted me with, and that's about it. So okay, thank you so much for watching this video, watching me melt down and everything, and I will see you guys in the next video.